Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where today I am heading for Stoke to see if we can find any sign of that helper of Wormtongue who is wearing a red gem or necklace or whatever it. Hello there.
Our mission is dire.
Well met, friend. We have need of a lore master such as. Why do you need a lore master specifically, I wonder?
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I confess that I find it a joy to see strangers journeying through these lands. As you can see, Stoke is in dire need of assistance. You should speak with one at once with Freefield our Reeve. No doubt she will welcome you as a friend. Freefield is likely to in council with her captains within the meat hall. You should go there at once. All right. Before I do that, I want to see if I can find any signs of the person in question, so I could give a proper report. Of course, talking to the Reeve as soon as possible will be a good idea. What do you say about that, Corridon?
It seems that our fortunes turn for the worse.
A glint of light caught my eye from afar, and my worries are now confirmed. Corridon holds up a small object that he has found in the grass, a blood-red ruby fitted into a silver brooch shaped in the form of an eye. Our friend knew of our pursuit, and discarded the only thing with which we would know him. Now he vanishes into the city, free to strike at his leisure. I'll give you this brooch, but I confess that it is not the outcome that I hoped. Now we must deliver a warning only to the Reeve, and not the means of ending the threat. Yes. So they caught wise that we knew about it, but that does demonstrate that
these are desperate times for the Rohirrim.
That the villain did come here. The question is, are they still here? Where's the meat hall? Oh, was that the meat hall? That looks like a meat hall entrance. Did I just... All right. I guess I need to learn these streets better. Ah, there's a meat hall. Yeah, that's most definitely a meat hall. Ah, here we are. And there is the Reeve sitting in... Well, from my perspective, the left chair. Her perspective, the right chair. Hello?
Maintain the peace and do no harm to my people or their lands, and you will be welcome.
It is always a pleasure to meet a new lore master, Pine Lore. It just sounds somebody would just stick in the name of the class. If you maintain the peace and do no harm to my people or to these lands, you will be welcome to my hall at any time. Frithfield listens to your recount as you pursue of Wormtongue's mysterious ally and the mischiefs that he wrought in Edoras. She smiles when you mention that Eowyn desired that I bring word of the danger that he might pose to the Broadacres. Ah, Eowyn has always been a strong girl, and in truth, she reminds me of myself at that age, when she has grown some more and broken a nose or two. She'll be quite a woman. She must chafe at remaining behind to shepherd the people to safety while others ride to war. I would do the same, had the war not come right to my own lands. There is battle enough in the Broadacres. Someone may have seen your secret interloper as they came to Stoke. You should speak with Wigbald, the guard at the southern gate. If anyone saw anything, it would be Wigbald. He misses little. And that is at the southern gate. But that's, of course, assuming that the person came in through the southern gate. Also,
Will you help my people?
you have come at an opportune time, stranger. It grieves me that I cannot yet send aid to Theoden King. I am a loyal subject, but I must consider my own people first. We have been under assault by war raiders of days. The grazing lands west of Stoke burn, and our town is overcrowded with refugees and livestock. If we can break this siege, there will be nothing to stop me from going to my king's aid. Please, help secure the gates of the town while I consider the best course of action. You will find wooden planks throughout the town. Gather them and take them to the gates and repair the damaged barricades. Remember, talk to the guard at the southern gate. Right. Okay, now, let us go and gather some wood and talk to a guard. Actually, I think I came in through the southern gate, so perhaps he would have noticed something if somebody came by. So I think I came in through the southern gate. Well, let us check. Ah, there he is. Hello there.
You say you look for someone. I've seen scores come through this gate today.
What can you tell me about the appearance of this person? That makes it more difficult to find someone, no doubt about it. There was one fellow I saw, though, who seemed worthy of suspicion, now that you mention it. He kept asking about the Norcrofts, so it could be that he left the village entirely and is heading east. Yeah, alright, I'll search around Stoke, though, before we're looking into that. Alright, you're welcome to do so if you like, of course. It's your time that's being wasting. The only suspicious fellow I've seen was asking about the Norcrofts. That's suspicious. Let's see if we can find anything in the town that will be of use. We gotta... Oh. Something broke this banner. Not sure if that is connected in any way. This banner is broken, as if it had been brought down upon something with great force. Right. What else have we got? Oh, yes, of course. We also need to find some wood planks. We're going to have to scour the town for a large number of these planks, aren't we? Enough for all these barricades. Ah, see? I can't even notice them all as I'm passing by them. Now, let's see what we got here down this way. Down here. Hold on. Ooh, this earth looks disturbed. What's in here, I wonder? This mound of earth indicates a scuffle of some sort took place here. A scuffle. Well, something is going on, that's for sure. Fights, broken banners, booted footprints. There gotta be footprints all over the place, right? Wait a minute. Okay, that's a booted footprint. This footprint right here does... Or is that a stone? That could be a stone. All right, what about this way? You find a booted footprints in the mud at the base of the fence. Okay. Ah, here's a helmet. Maybe there's something here. Oh, hello there.
Are you looking for the man who dropped that helmet?
Yes, I saw the man come back for it, but when he saw me, he ran. I followed him for a while, but he kept running west of town, and I think he might have been looking for the orcs. I could tell you he was trouble. Did I do the right thing? If I see him again, I'll tell you, or Reeve Frithfield. You had better tell her who I am, so that she'll let me in the mead hall. My name is Odgith, and I've lived in Stoke my whole life. My mother says that I need to stay inside the walls. That's the only reason I didn't follow the man and bring him back for the king's justice. I knew that he was a villain. You tell Friedrich that I'll let her know if I see him again, right? Promise that you will? Promise? Okay, fine. Yeah. Wait. All right, so... Okay, dokie. So, man ran off when a girl sees him trying to retrieve a helmet. That does sound a little bit on the suspicious side, so perhaps it is... See, to the west. But the guard said something about the east. This is getting complicated, isn't it? Well, let us go and look around here. So are there two suspicious people going around? They're holding a convention of worm-tongue sympathizers. That's it. All right, here we go. Now let's go and take care of our little spot of work. How about over here? Oh, the ways I can get lost in this place. You would think that such a small village that one cannot get lost. No, that is not the case in any way whatsoever. Okay, let's fix this. Fix this. Hold on. Right. Is this the... Yeah. Where's that guard? No, I don't recall seeing him when it first came up. Then he was there posted, and now he's gone again. Whew. The guards are suspicious as everyone else. Right here we have the north gate. And see if there is anything going on in here. There is a distinct lack of guards in this area. So I don't know what's going on in here. But that's the second gate, which didn't have any guards when I went to put up the barriers. Are there any... None of the places... Gates are guarded. And yet the Reeve knows who was on guard duty. I barricaded the gates.
Will you help my people?
Ah, you've returned. I believe I know what must be done, though I dare say that I am concerned that it may not be possible. Oh?
Will you help my people?
Yes, I know what needs to be done, but I confess I hesitate to do so. If we are to send aid to Theoden King, we must first break the siege upon Stoke. But to do that, we must muster the thanes of the Broadacres, and I have no doubt that they, too, will face the threat of assault. Nevertheless, it must be done. Speak with Grimmar, and he will provide you with the signets of my thanes. Each signet will bear the crest of our households, and they will know that it means that we are in dire need of aid. Not far to the northeast lies Orsley, where dwells Ordlock. It is settled in an embankment leading down to the Antwash, so that they may have not been yet seen the smokes of the fires here. Ordlock is a pleasant fellow, and likely will be the most ready to join our cause. You should go to him first. Okay. And
You say this child saw the man for whom you seek, and he has joined the orcs?
Yes, I would like to meet that git and speak with her myself. My hall will be open to her as well. If this man that you pursued from Adoras has joined the orcs, the danger that he poses has turned from a secret one to a threat that we here in Stoke know all too well. We have been endangered by the ravages of orcs and their half-orc brethren for many months now. Okay, let's see. Wormtongue's Enigma.
The orcs have launched attacks on Stoke before now, but we must not remain idle.
Yes, we have fended off their assaults so far. If this secret foe that you've chased here is as canny as he seems, he might be able to help the orcs attack more effectively. The camp is called the Barthodon, and many in their filthy tongue. Wipe the land clean of these foul inhabitants, and see if you can find any sign of their plans. All right, so let's go and defeat orcs and half-orc raiders.
Orcs and half-orcs from Barth Doram have raided Stoke before.
Well, it sounds like they'll keep on doing so. And the signet?
What brings you to these lands?
So Frithfield has decided to summon the Thanes? I recommended that you do so days ago, but I understand our concerns. It may well be that Ordlac and Tordog will be unable to come to it in time. Nevertheless, here are the signets of Orsley and Torsbury. Fritzl told you to Ordlac, but not of Tordog. The Thane of Torsbury, a brave and mighty warrior, but he is not the most clever man. It looks much for him to accept Frithrill, a woman, as reeve when her husband perished, but since she broke his nose in a brawl, he has been a faithful retainer. May fortune smile upon you as you deliver these tokens. Go to Orsley first. Right. Well, we'll see about that. Right now, I need to go and defeat some orcs and half-orcs. While I go and find these orcs and half-orcs, I also have to work with that most important thing of all, learning how to properly pronounce Osterley. Because if I keep on calling it Orsley, I have a feeling those people will get rather upset at me. Well, now let's see what we got here. Ooh. Hey, maybe all the orcs and half-orcs have packed their bags and gone away. Maybe they'll... Nothing, that's just a horse. Everything seems to be fine around here. Hold on. Here's something out in this way. That's a goblin. So the question is, how picky is this quest? Now, since it says orcs and half-orcs, I suspect that... Well, it gives me a Goblin Slayer deed, I guess. Well, let's see if I can find any orcs, half-orcs, and the like. Hold on. I see something that looks like a mount. Oh, it's another goblin. Ah! There you go. Now, let's see if I can find anyone. Anyone that will give me quest credit. Hold on. That's somebody who is running a horse rather than a warg. Here you go. Ooh, you're a tough one. New deed, half-orc slayer of Westament. That should give me credit. Yes, let's defeated raider. Oh, hold on. Oh, these look like brigands. Magical brigands by the look of it. He seems to be walking on air. I mean, what, did he complete a heist that is the ultimate or something? Well, I'll have to come back here later because we're still... Well, let's go after the... That's a half-orc, it looks like. But that's exactly what I'm looking for. There you go. Now we're talking. Anyone else? Hold up. When the orcs I killed had a map on them. I think I'd better go back to the thing right away and see what this is all about and worry about Oserly or whatever it's called in a moment. So I'll meet you back in the meat hall. Perhaps I came just in time. Looks like Adguth is here also.
You return to sorrowful news. Wigbold has been murdered.
You say that you found the map of Stoke on the body of a villain from Barsdoram? I am not surprised. See these markings? Someone has made notes on this map, and though I cannot read the writing, I am familiar enough to know that my own walls to know that these annotations represent vulnerabilities in our defenses. Your secret foe is seeking to improve the orcs' chances of raising Stoke. But you return to sorrowful news. Adguth found something, and hastened to bring me the news at once. Wigbold has been murdered. Speak to her, and hear her account. Wigbold has been murdered. Well, that might be explained why I saw no guard at the gate.
I found a dead body. It was Wigbold. I remember his big red beard.
Red beard? I didn't see a red-bearded guard. Yes, I was running around on the eastern side of town, looking for the sour-faced fellow that we talked about, when I stumbled upon a body lying in the grass. I stayed just long enough to see if I knew who it was, and I did. It was Wigbold, one of the town guards. I remember his big red beard. He was always kind to me, and now I think that this man that you were looking for must have killed him before he fled the city. I can point out to you where I found his body if you like. I was just telling the reeve about it, and she says that I did the right thing to come to her at once. Right, I'll investigate the place that you described, but... I don't recall Wigbold having a red beard. At least not the Wigbold I talked to. Ah! That must be the body up over there. Let me see what's going on. Well, he very definitely has red hair. You can't tell how long it's been since he's been slain, but it seems that he suffered a blow to the head from some heavy object. Dirt and mud on his clothes indicates that he was killed somewhere else and dragged into the heavy grass. As you stare down at the body of the slain man, something that's bothering you since you heard the news resolves itself. This is not the same Wigbold that I spoke to when I arrived in Stoke. Yes. Well, let's check out at the south gate, but last time I was there was no guard over there. So, I have a feeling he's not here any longer. Yep, he ran off.
We have been deceived. The man we spoke to was not Wigbold.
He was our quarry instead. I believe that I can piece together the tale, but it brings me no joy to do so. Our secret foe arrived at the gates of Stoke sometime during the night, where he was challenged by Wigbold to identify himself. What name did he give? Perhaps Ednoth? Or Golding? Or another that we have yet to know? What story did he weave for Wigbold? I cannot say, but I guess is that it was played upon the guard's sympathies. From this I draw another conclusion. Our cunning foe must appear, from the outside, to be a good man of Rohan. There will be little about him to mark him as an enemy, or Wigbold would not have let him into Stoke. But let him in he did, and at some point Wigbold was overcome and slain. What does it reveal about our foe that he was so bold to take Wigbold's place and speak falsehoods on the very people in pursuit of him? That is what worries me the most, Pinelore. Our foe is bold, and he is cunning, and he is unafraid. It is clear to me now why he spoke of the Norcross, though it was not at the time. He was trying to steer us in the wrong direction. We must give this news to the Reeve. Very well. We must speak to the Reeve, and that is what we'll do when we return for the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.